Hey guys, what is up? So listen, this is a quick follow-up to TacPack October 2021 because there was a little disagreement, little learning on my part, a little correction, and I wanted to, you guys know, listen, if I say something wrong in a video, and it's the right answer's there, I want to put out the information. I want to own up to saying I was wrong about something. I want to make sure I correct it. So when we were talking about the snap caps and the dry firing issue, I had said, you probably know you're not supposed to dry fire. You know, dry firing's not good for any firearm. As I had been trained, as a young troop, when you're in the military and you're taught something as a youngin', you embed that and you unless corrected otherwise. Now there were a couple gentlemen there was one who took great exception to that, and turns out that this guy happens to be a Marine Corps weapons instructor. If the Marines know anything, they know how to charge face first into machine gun fire, and they know how to fire weapons. So, if this guy being a Marine firearms instructor told me about the actual practice of Marine Corps recruits being trained to dry fire to learn proper trigger control and all that stuff. And then someone else who happens to be a certified firearms instructor went on to further explain to me about how the whole thing about how, and the other guy said, no, you don't dry fire rim fire, but with center fire you can. And then the other gentleman actually wrote me a nice email about a whole bunch of stuff, but he also said, look, here's where it is, and he further broke it down that when you dry fire a rim fire firearm, you run the risk of that firing pin slamming into the barrel. Not so with center fire. Hey, learning has occurred for me too. And I've always said, dudes, I know I can qualify myself as an expert on some stuff. Firearms is not it. I'm an enthusiast. I like them. When I say weapons and tactics, that's not my individual handheld firearms is not the weapon systems I am an expert on. My weapons and tactics are much larger and go boom. Rain death and destruction from the sky, and stuff like that. So, and so I am not above getting on here and say, hey, I was wrong. That is cool to know. That is great to know, because now I can do different things with my own personal firearms and modify different techniques and do things. One of the other things that's brought up, though, that I'm not going to apologize for, and I'm not going to today, this is a bore lighting device or something, or this is a safety flag. This is a chamber flag. It is said so on Real Avid's own documentation, and it is not a fiber optic device. I will show you that right now. I can shine a light onto it. It does not project a light at all. It does not carry light to my hand in the form of transmitted light. That's not what this does. It does glow nicely, but this is not at all a luminescent device. It does not do that. It is a translucent safety flag for the chamber. That's all this does. And I have looked it up. If you want a bore light, you get a bore light. This doesn't do that. It does not transmit light from here down to the end of the down the barrel or anything like that. It doesn't work that way at all. It doesn't. It glows nicely, but any light you see is coming off of this light. It doesn't. It makes a faint glow in my hand. There's no there's just, hold on. I'm gonna ride the bolt forward on this. There is an eerie green glow in the barrel, but it doesn't do any good as a light, because even if it was, I can't do anything with this. Like I said, it's like having a very faint chem light all the way at the end of the barrel. It doesn't transmit light very well. But it does mark this as safe and clear. Anyway, guys, the point is I wanted to acknowledge and thank a couple guys for putting this corrected material out there. Christopher Flieger was the nicer of the two. He's the guy who approached it in a very nice way. The other guy, well, approaching it in kind of a douche canoe, but he was not wrong, I have to say, honestly. But then again, he's a hardcore Marine, so what do we expect? Michael Wishen, he was the guy who was absolutely correct about as a Marine instructor. That's, dry firing is dry firing. So you learn something new every day, and I want to make sure I get the right information out there. So bad on me for not updating my education, but now you guys know. There we go. And we're going to dry fire the shit out of this now. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Appreciate every single one of you. You're all absolutely awesome. There's the update, and I'll be back again real soon.